High up in the frozen, wind-swept peaks of the Himalayan mountains, ancient practitioners of Tibetan Buddhism developed a musical tradition that completely defies modern Western concepts of art and mortality. Inside hidden monasteries, shrouded in thick incense smoke, a haunting, low-frequency sound echoes through the stone corridors. It sounds like the distant, mournful cry of a mythical creature cutting through the thin mountain air. But the true mystery lies not in the melody itself, but in the physical anatomy of the instrument creating it. This is the Kangling, a ritual trumpet meticulously crafted from a genuine human femur bone. To an outsider, it looks like a macabre relic born from a nightmare. To the initiate, however, it is a highly sophisticated spiritual technology designed to alter the human subconscious, using the raw physical remnants of death to achieve ultimate enlightenment. The construction of a true historical Kangling followed an incredibly strict, non-negotiable set of spiritual and geometric criteria. The bone could never be sourced from violence or crime. Instead, it was intentionally selected from individuals who died of natural causes, often revered teachers, or those who perished in accidents. Every curve, marrow channel, and perforation of the leg bone was carefully analyzed by master craftsmen. They would often encase the ends in beautifully ornate silver filigree, embedding vibrant turquoise and coral gemstones directly into the polished bone structure. When blown during the sacred ritual of Chöd, the instrument is specifically designed to perform a psychological paradox. Instead of pushing away the fear of death and decay, the practitioner intentionally invokes their deepest inner demons and terrifying visions, using the primal, resonance-heavy frequency of the human bone to slice through the illusions of the ego and force an immediate realization of impermanence. To experience the full weight of this ancient acoustic design, one must visualize the setting where the Kangling was traditionally played. Practitioners did not perform inside comfortable, brightly lit rooms, but during the dead of night in remote charnel grounds and cemeteries surrounded by the elements. Holding a double-sided skull drum in one hand and the human bone trumpet in the other, the ritualist would stand alone against the freezing Himalayan winds. The heavy, piercing drone of the femur flute was meant to act as a literal beacon, intentionally summoning hungry spirits and wrathful entities to a spiritual feast. In this extreme psychological setting, the terrifying sound wave served as an anchor for the mind, ensuring that the practitioner remained absolutely present while mentally offering up their own physical body as a supreme sacrifice, transforming raw biological terror into a sublime state of universal compassion. When we analyze the acoustic output of the Kangling in a modern frequency spectrum, the results are deeply fascinating. The natural internal asymmetry of a human femur bone, with its rough interior walls and irregular organic marrow pathways, prevents the sound wave from traveling in a clean, predictable line. Instead, it creates a chaotic cascade of sub-harmonics and multi-phonic tones that are nearly impossible to replicate with modern synthetic materials or traditional wooden wind instruments. Neurological studies on sound therapy suggest that these specific low, unpredictable frequencies can drastically alter brainwave patterns, shifting the listener from an active state of anxiety into a deep, meditative trance. The ancient Tibetans did not build this instrument out of wood or metal because they lacked resources. They chose human bone specifically because its unique organic density alters human consciousness in a way that no other material on Earth can match. Furthermore, acoustic engineering reveals that the specific shape of the femur's dual condyles at the bell of the trumpet acts as a primitive yet highly effective acoustic amplifier. As the sound wave exits the natural split of the bone, the frequencies divide and scatter into the open air, creating a disorienting, three-dimensional auditory effect. A listener sitting in the dark cannot easily pinpoint the exact physical location of the instrument, making the sound feel as though it is echoing from the environment itself or directly inside their own head. This intentional acoustic distortion shattered the boundaries between the self and the external world, seamlessly blending the physical geometry of human anatomy with the fluid principles of atmospheric physics to create a perfect sonic tool for ego dissolution. Today, the Kangling remains one of the most misunderstood artifacts in human history, often reduced to a simple curiosity of dark folklore. Yet, it stands as a brilliant monument to a culture that refused to hide from the reality of human mortality. While modern society spends millions trying to erase and ignore the concept of decay, ancient Eastern traditions engineered a way to transform the very symbol of death into a masterclass of psychological liberation and acoustic harmony. The past leaves behind clues, showing us that the human body itself can become the ultimate conductor of the invisible universe. The dark, beautiful symphony continues to echo. Subscribe to Acoustic Past and keep the history alive.